Lebogang Phiri has confirmed talks with Kaizer Chiefs. Asanele Velebai and Luke Batman have made their case in front of the PSL committee. Egodaro's agent is saying we are lying. He is not going to Kaizer Chiefs. And Kaizer Chiefs have released their kit with Jessica Mtaung, also revealing something that we have known all along. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Right. Let's start with Lebogang Phiri, whose last team was in the second division of France. Not bad, right? So he was in the Engine Cup, right, for the development kids, and they approached him and they asked him, hey bro, tell us, are we hearing that you are linked with a move to Kaizer Chiefs? What is actually happening? So number one, you need to note that Lebogang Phiri is a midfielder who can play as a 8, which is something that Kaizer Chiefs are currently looking for. Number two, he's a free agent, which is very important when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs and signing players. They want them to be affordable. So his answer is, yeah, we had a small talk with them. We had small talks with them, right? And he says, but I think it's the time they were going for preseason. So this is just before Chiefs went for the preseason. And then he continues to say, so those negotiations were stalled a bit. By the way, just as a side note, I find this interesting that they start conversation with someone before preseason and then they go for preseason, they leave conversations like that. I get it that team has to go to preseason, but does that mean the sporting director necessarily needs to pause everything and go for preseason? It makes no sense to me because it's not the coach. But we are not there because where we are is the fact that Lebogang Phiri has said this to the media means to me this still might not be happening, because we know Kaizer Chiefs, usually when it comes to players who are coming to Kaizer Chiefs, they do not disclose such things to the media. They do not even confirm that they're having talks with Chiefs. So I think that as much as his profile and the type of a player that he is might fit and is actually what Chiefs needs right now, and by the way, was playing for Paris FC, it's to me saying that, oh man, you have messed up, because maybe you should have just not said anything. Because, yeah, I think it's chai. Which brings us to Asanele Velebai and Luke Batman, who SABC Sport confirmed that they have signed, or they signed long-term contracts with Kaizer Chiefs. And it's not just them. It's also, I think, William Ben, who also did the same thing, signed a contract with Amazulu. But the problem is, see, Cape Town Spurs are saying he's their player. Now, SABC Sport are reporting this. They are saying that today, which is the 21st of July, there were virtual meetings that were confirmed, whereby Spurs will be basically stating their case as to why these are still their players. And then the players, mind you, the players, not Kaizer Chiefs, the players themselves and their representatives will be also saying, hey, we are not Cape Town Spurs players. So this is between Cape Town Spurs and the players. It's not between Kaizer Chiefs and Cape Town Spurs, which also makes it, a bit lighter, because now it's not Chiefs involved in controversy, but it's players who came to Chiefs and also went to Amazulu who want to leave those teams, but those teams are saying, no, you're still our players. So this thing, according to SABC Sport, is going to continue for the next, foreseeable future, until they come up with the resolution as to what is actually going to happen with the players. So we will just have to watch the space and see what actually is going to happen. If you're enjoying the video, by the way, do make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are very close to reaching 60,000 subscribers. In fact, as of recording this video, we are currently sitting on 59,383 subscribers. So if you subscribe, you'll help us reach 60,000 before the end of the month. Which then brings us to Etiosa God's Power Egodaro, who has been linked heavily with Kaizer Chiefs, and we even saw a video which, as it turns out, his agent is saying it was photoshopped. Now I do not understand how you Photoshop the movement and you could actually do it, because all you have to do, the players who were signed by Chiefs did that same thing of rotating the ball on their index finger, so they could just do things. It's doable. It's doable, and then replace it by the face of Egodaro, because I don't know how it would have been leaked by Kaizer Chiefs. That's why yesterday when I talked about this, I was like, I'm a bit suspicious about the video being leaked like that, given Kaizer Chiefs' secrecy when it comes to players. So his agent is saying, nah, fam, there is nothing happening there. He says that I saw the photo on social media, it's a Photoshop. There is nothing. For now, I can't talk about his future in football. If there's something, I'll let you know. Now, we just spoke about Lebogang Phiri and the fact that he did the opposite in talks with Kaizer Chiefs, and he went to the media and blabbed about it. Etiosa Egodaro's agent, amid the links with Kaizer Chiefs, he doesn't confirm that, hey, Chiefs contacted us or anything happened. He just said it was Photoshop, nothing is happening, the player is coming back to South Africa on Tuesday. He's just denying everything basically and saying that there is nothing of a sort happening between Kaizer Chiefs and his agent. So now, and his client rather. So we just have to play a waiting game, because now so many sources, even Abu Unplayable reported that the guy signed for Chiefs and was even planning to go with Chiefs to the preseason camp. But now his agent, who is the closest ally, obviously, is saying none of that is happening. So I just guess time will tell when it comes to this one, because now this has just gotten very tricky. Which brings us to this. This is the home jersey for Kaizer Chiefs for this upcoming season. I think I like it. I like the home jersey. The away kit, I'm not saying it's ugly. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I like the home kit. I'm sure about the home kit that I like. I'm just, yeah. I don't know whether I'm gonna see someone wearing it and I'm gonna be convinced, but I have my doubts. I don't think I like this one. So you guys can also let me know what you think about these kits. But another thing that's very important that Jessica said, two things actually. The first one was one, when they were asking her about Velepai, asking her about Batman. She said that these are her words. She said, we want to follow certain procedures. So the procedures that I talked about earlier, which is the DDC committee will call Velepai, Luke Batman to present their case, and also Cape Town Spurs to present their case. And then the the committee will then decide who's right and who's wrong. So Chiefs are just waiting on that. They're following the correct procedure, which is professional, because she also said that they want to be professional. But the second thing, that it's not her who said this, but it's the head of Kappa. He said that after Kaizer Chiefs won a trophy, the sales for the Kappa thing went up. This just proves to everyone that, hey, if Kaizer Chiefs focus more on football and not so much on being a brand, a marketing, on steroids, by consequence, the other aspects of the business will just do well. Because before they are a brand, they're a football club. So they should focus less on how they look, but focus more on how they play, how the team is winning, so that then fans can be interested in buying the kits. That's that. I just want to say shout out to Utami, Umsijo, Utsepiso, UKM, Uloiso, Spesihle, Urosh George, Khosi fan, Ugcinile, Ukeitelane, Nospesihle Ngubo, who have all loved the content and have supported us here. We are currently on 1,345, and we are trying to get this chair, which is 2,200 rands. So we are almost there, people. For those of you who still want to contribute, we just need 900 rands more, and I'm being watched by over 17 to 20,000 people in each video that I make. So I'm sure that 9 of you can come up with 900 rands, with about 100 rand. Those who can, by the way, you are not forced. Those who can, you can contribute. My birthday is on Sunday, and I will be on a bus coming back from a game. But for those of you who love the content and want to support the channel in any way that you can, this will be the place to do it. Thank you for those who contributed, and thank you for those of you who are going to contribute. And I will say thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals and pelumoy.